there, it's Debbie with the Pick and Coop Farmstead coming at you from the kitchen. I guess today is tincture day, so I didn't think I had enough vodka to make another tincture, but since I have been using my vitamin mineral green mix tincture, and I got that from Rain Country, I'm going to link a video of hers in the comments, and I'm going to show you how I make mine. So what I do is I collect, I've got them listed off on my little jar here. Beet leaves, I got them from my garden. Broccoli leaves, kohlrabi, strawberry, I'm growing strawberries out there. Mallow, which grows wild up here, so you need to correctly identify that. And all these things, I either hang dry them in my window or dehydrate them in my food dehydrator. I use kale leaves, cabbage, and Brussels sprout leaves just because I had all those things growing. So that's what I have in this big jar, as you can see right here. I'll show it up close. And then once I dry it, I have a huge bowl and I crumble it all up and mix it thoroughly together. And then throughout the year, I'm running out of room for all my little potions and things. I try to dry each type of thing and put it in a jar by itself. Then I could just mix, I don't know, there's so many parts of this, so many parts of that. I just did an equal mix of everything, really. And so it's all inside of here. So we're going to make a tincture, and a tincture is an alcohol extract of a plant. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So I have some 80 proof vodka. You want to use at least 80 proof, nothing less. Some things require a higher concentration of alcohol, like 100%, some even 200%, like Everclear, those types of things. So you have to really do your research and read up on it. But for this type of thing, 80 proof works just fine. I didn't know, I'm going to make it in a quart jar. I use a funnel just because I don't want to lose any of my precious dried plants. And then I have almost a quart of vodka, so I think this will be enough to make this. So keep your fingers crossed. So you got to have a clean jar, a lid, which I do, have a lid here. You've got to have whatever plant material you're using. If you're using dry, I use the method where you really don't have to measure anything, and it's called the folk method. There are other ones, the ratio method, where you use so much alcohol, measure it, weigh it, so much plant material, measure it, weigh it, and you do it the same way all the time. I prefer something quick and easy. So I've got my plant material here. It's got a little bit of all the things I just listed off. And when you're making your own green mix, you want to make sure that you list what you've got in your jar, just so you know. And so what I'm going to do is fill my jar up. Hopefully not spill this. About 3/4 of the way full. You want to do at least, when you're using dried herbs, let me get this to where you can see it, I'm sorry. When you're doing dried herbs, there we go, you want to, I'll move this forward, and stems are okay. The stems have the same properties as the leaves. So dried herbs, again, you want to fill your jar at least halfway to 3/4. I do about 3/4. It depends on how much plant material I have. And so we're just going to keep filling this guy up. Now, if you're using fresh herbs, this is something a little different. You want to have them, set them out on a counter for a few hours and let them, that's about 3/4 of the way full. So I'm going to put the lid back on this guy. And I'll put him back where he belongs. And then, as you can see, my jar is only about 3/4 of the way full. But as I was saying, if you're using, I'm kind of all over the map today, I'm sorry. if you are using fresh herbs, you want to set them out on the counter so they wilt. You want to start the molecular breakdown of that plant. So they need to be very, very wilted. And if you've ever picked plants, herbs, flowers, and not put them in water right away, you know how quickly that they wilt. So those you want to fill because they still have water content. So if you're using fresh, very wilted, those go all the way to the top of the jar because there's still a lot of water content in those, the plants. So here we go. So all we're going to do is take this alcohol, pour it over all the plant material, and woohoo, we had just enough. So then you're going to put your jar on, or excuse me, your lid. See what I mean? Oh, goodness. And then you're going to shake it back and forth so all of these little crushed up leaves get coated. Now, when I go to town on Thursday, I'm buying more vodka. So I am going to, I'll be inverting this every single day. I smell vodka everywhere. I'm going to add more vodka to this because it needs to be filled up to here. So, but for right now, this is going to work. And I'll just keep inverting it once or twice a day. And that way my plants will stay coated. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to put, I just put green mix / vodka, today's date. Put it in your dark, cool area. And invert it, and it's going to percolate for 8 weeks. And if there's any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. This is just literally a vitamin mineral mix. So as you can imagine, you can look up all these things that I listed off and find out all the vitamins and minerals that are in those. And I don't take a multivitamin or mineral supplement anymore. Word to the wise, as with all the other tinctures, it tastes terrible, so I just shoot it down. I leave it out overnight with my dog's tinctures, let the alcohol evaporate off, and it's a little less. You don't feel like you took a shot of vodka in the morning. So yeah, it works great. I have obviously a lot of energy from this, and I feel like it's much healthier than the stuff that you buy at the store. All right, well, you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching. I hope the sun is shining where you are, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.